So this is test puck 3, fresh out of the oven. Still, it actually got an hour and a half at 400 Fahrenheit. As you can see, I didn't make a fantastically filled mold here. A little bit of a crack. The heck you? Oh, there we go. A little bit of a crack developed right there, and the whole thing kind of curled a little bit upward. This was the top side when it was sitting in the mold. This is the bottom. Obviously I didn't do a very good job of pressing it into the mold, but I was trying to get out the door to the grocery store. So as soon as this cools down enough for me to hold bare-handed, we'll do a flame test. From this angle you can see how the corners curled up just a little bit, and we have a pretty good pair of cracks on the top surface that developed. Once again, not the best or most experienced at casting here. We'll see what this does. And it seems to, now that it's cooled, I can hold it with my bare hands, seems to have a sound about like I would expect from a plaster of Paris. Seems to be fairly strong. I can push back and forth on this corner that's held in the vise and it doesn't seem to crack off. Alright, and that's only ½ centimeter thick or so, maybe 3/4 of a centimeter. Alright, momentarily we will commence the flame test. Unfortunately, there's no way I can hold this thing portrait and be able to get my hand behind the piece and hold a torch at the same time. So, here we go. Holding the cell phone between my knees. Feeling it yet. My fingers are directly behind there. Finally starting to get warm. And we're up to about 140 or something. Can't hold my fingers on it anymore. Surface is bubbling a little bit. I don't know how well you can see that. This mixed with the Benton added doesn't seem to bubble up and expand in volume where it's actually in the center of that torch going nearly as much as the stuff that I've been shooting with following it all on the backside, but when I turn off the torch you can see collected heat is getting quite hot against my finger over here. That's a good 8 inches away from the way I put in the a bit of a smell like I was associated with a new oven heating in and coming in and oil burning. Oil from the factory running. The torch may be getting a little low on fuel. It doesn't seem to have the power that it had before. But it's definitely getting this nice and hot. And I'm liking the way it's reacting. And the camera doesn't really see it anymore, but there's still a orange glow in the middle of that piece there. And it's quite hot on the backside now, but it does not appear to have changed much. A little graying in the area that got really hot. You can see that pretty well at that angle. And the surface has definitely changed in the center of where the, there we go, get some focus on that. That's where the torch flame was centered. Definitely see a bit of bubbling there. It's kind of glassified, but didn't bubble out and make nearly as big of bubbles as the last batches did. So I'd say this is successful. And just as an additional note, a minute or so after I turned off the torch here, the corner here is, I can hold it from the front side. It's interesting because the front side is actually cooler than the back side. That's kind of strange. But who knows why.